Good day to Dr. Daratu and to all my friends. I'm Lo Junquan, metric number 262260, and we are from Group 5. Today we are going to discuss the Chapter 2, Strategic Training. So this chapter consists of 4 major components, which are the process of strategic training and development, the influence of organizational characteristics on training, the needs for training for different strategies, and a model of training department in an organization. So before we discuss further, we should understand the term strategic training. So by referring to a global research institute, the strategic training is defined as a form of training that according to a business strategic plannings, values and goals and provides the employee with necessary tools and information required to complete their task successfully. So let's go to the first topic, which is the process of strategic training and development. So refer to the book Employees Training and Development. So the process can be divided into 4 steps, where the process starts from the business strategy, the strategic training and development initiative, the training and development activities, and finally metrics the value of the training. So now let's discuss the step one by one. So first and foremost, the first step of the business strategy is refer to the formulation and the identification of the business strategy. So there are 5 major components to be considered in developing the business strategy. So these components are the missions, vision of the company, goals, internal analysis, external analysis, and also the competition. So the mission is a statement that indicates why the organization exists, and beside the vision describe the desired future position of the company. However, the goal describe what the company intend to achieve. So for the internal and the external analysis, the SWOT analysis will be conducted to help the organization to identify the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat of the company. And lastly, the component of the competition should be considered to help the organization to generate the business strategy. So now let's move to the next step. So the following step is about the strategic training and initiative. So in this step, we should identify the strategic training and development initiative that support the strategy. So the initiative may refer to the learning related action that might help the company to achieve the business strategy. For example, the business strategy is to improve the customer service. So the company has to take the initiative to ensure the employees have the sufficient knowledge on the product and services, ensure the employees equip the communication skill to interact with the customers. So the initiatives are varied from the company due to the difference of the business environment, the company's goals, resources, and its capability. So after identifying the initiative, we comes to the training and development activities. So in this stage, we can also consider as the implementation stage in providing the training and development activities that link to the strategic training and development initiative. So in this step, we translating this strategic training and development initiative into concrete training and development activities. So we encourage to adopt the new technology in training, increase access to training programs, reducing the development time, and developing new or expanded course offering. So lastly, we evaluate and determining whether the training and the development activities actually contribute to the business goal. There are 2 methods being used to measure the performance of training and development activities. So the first one is the metrics. So it measures the trainees' satisfaction with the training programs, the trainees' knowledge, skill, abilities, or the attitudes change as a result of the program participation, and also the program result in the business related outcome for the company. So for the next method, we call it as the Balance Scorecard. So this method being used to look at the overall performance from various perspectives, whether which include the internal and the external, customers, employees, and the shareholders. So in general, the customers from the customer perspective, it measures the time, qualities, performance, service, and the cost. From the internal business perspective, we measure the processes that influence the customer satisfaction. So besides, from the learning and the innovation perspective, it looking at the operational efficiency, the employees satisfaction, and the continuous improvement. And also, the balance scorecard measure the company's financial perspective in terms of the profitability, the growth, and the shareholders' value. So that's all from me. The following subtopic will be discussed by my friends. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Siwan Hui. My batch number is 264793. I will explain the influence of organizational characteristics on training. There are 8 characteristics. Let's see these characteristics one by one. First, the roles of employees and managers. The roles that employees and managers have in a company influence the focus of training, development, and learning activities. Traditionally, employees' roles were to perform their jobs according to the manager's direction. They were not involved in improving the quality of the products or services. However, with the emphasis on the creation of intellectual capital and the movement toward high-performance work system using teams, employees today are performing many roles that were reserved for management. Next, top management support. The CEO, the top manager in the company, plays a key role in determining the importance of training and learning in the company. CEO is responsible for setting a clear direction for learning, providing encouragement resources and commitment for strategic learning, taking an active role in governing learning, developing new learning programs for the company, teaching programs or providing online resources, serving as a role model for learning and demonstrating willingness to constantly learn, and promoting the company's commitment to learning. Next, integration of business units. The degree of integration of business units affects the approach to training. In a highly integrated business, employees need to understand all parts of the company and training must address those needs. For companies with global operations, training is needed to prepare employees for overseas assignment. These companies must decide if training will be coordinated through a central facility or through satellite installations located near overseas facilities. For business conditions, when unemployment is low or businesses are growing at a high rate and need more employees, companies often find it difficult to attract new employees, find employees with necessary skills, and retain current employees. Next, extent of unionization. The presence of a union leads to a joint union management programs for preparing employees for new jobs, ensuring that all parties buy into the necessary training or changes. Next, other HRM practices. HRM practices consist of management activities that related to the investment in staffing, performance management, training, and compensation and benefits. Companies that adopt state-of-the-art HRM practices that contribute to business strategy tend to demonstrate higher level of performance than firms that do not. Training, along with selection, performance management, and compensation, influence the attraction, motivation, and retention of human capital. Next, staffing strategy refers to the company's philosophy regarding where to find employees, how to select them, and the desired mix of employee skills and statuses. Companies vary on such issues as the extent to which they rely on the internal labor market versus the external labor market. There are two aspects of a company's staffing strategy influence training. First, the criteria used to make promotion and assignment decisions. Second, the places where the company prefers to obtain the human resources to fill open positions. In addition, Companies also vary on the extent to which they make promotion and job assignment decisions on individual performance versus group or unit performance. Lastly, staff involvement in training and development. Effectiveness of training program depends on the level of involvement of managers, employees, and specialized development staff. If line managers are aware of what development activity can achieve, they will be more willing to become involved in it. They will also become more involved in the training process if they are rewarded for participating. That's all for my part. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Hrm and my metric number is 261221. I will discuss about implication of business strategy for training. First strategy is concentration strategy. Concentration strategy focuses on increasing market share, reducing operational costs, or creating and maintaining a market niche for product and services. The method in which strategy focuses on innovation in product, process, and service improvement will differ depending on the company. They may improve quality, improve productivity, and customize product. From a training perspective, the needs assessment concentrates on competencies needed to develop talents. Potential areas of concerns may include costs associated with the training, relevance and credibility for training initiative, and the actual application for such expertise. Second strategy is internal growth strategy. The internal growth strategy focuses on new market and product development, innovation, and joint ventures to expand product, research and development, talents, and other key business initiatives that may help to grow the existing business. The initiative enterprise can differ depending on the scope of internal growth areas. The initiative may include expanding product and marketing channel, research and development, quality improvement, or revamping product and service line. Major factors that typically arise in the business strategy include innovation, knowledge management, recruitment and retention of key talents, identification of financial and non-financial resources needed. From a training perspective, a needs assessment would be a valuable tool to identify specific need relevance to a specified internal growth strategy, establish the competency-based training methods, and determine the most appropriate form for training that align with the internal growth initiative. Next is external growth strategy. It focuses on expanding by incorporating outside approaches such as horizontal and vertical integration-wide strategy alliances. Depending on the strategy alliances, which is merger, joint ventures, or acquisition, the issue associated with such a strategy might vary. It may acquire firm for new market access, acquire firm to supply or buy product, or acquire any firm to achieve external goal. Therefore, from a training perspective, integration preparation focuses on HR-related areas such as talents, procedures, compensation, role and responsibility, and culture are encouraged areas for training specialization. Lastly is disinvestment strategy. The disinvestment strategy focuses on selling or changing investments based on focusing on new organizational objectives. Similar to the focusing on way to grow or expand business operation, the disinvestment strategy focuses on what assets should stop, a liquidated or downside specified initiative. The strategy is designed to minimize costs and increase revenue. The nature of disinvestment may vary. However, common reasons may include doesn't fit with the core business needs, changes in business initiative, region constraint, alternative initiatives that align with the core business need cash or underperformance. Depending on the specific situation, the training implication may include leadership training, outplacing service, analysis of data to make more informed decisions. The training implication depends on specific situation, and a need assessment is encouraged to determine the best fit of training initiative to assist with such a strategy initiative.
Hi, my name is Chuchohan, number metric 265475. So in this video, I will present about a model of training department in an organization. Structure of training development has important implications for how the training function contribute to the business strategy. Centralized training means that training and development program, resource, and professionals are primarily housed in one location, and decisions about training investment, program, and delivery method are made from that department. The advantage of centralized training function are: it helps drive stronger alignment with business strategy. It allows development of a common set of metrics or scorecard to measure and report rate of quality and delivery. It helps to streamline processes and give the company a cost advantage in purchasing training from vendors and consultants. It helps companies better integrate programs for developing leaders and managing talent with training and learning during time of change. Next, the corporate university model. The corporate university model has a client group which includes not only employees and managers, but also stakeholders outside the company, including community college, university, high school, and grade school. Treating a corporate university, first, senior manager form a governing body. A vision statement needs to be developed. A company has to decide how to fund the university. The degree to which all training needs to be centralized need to be determined. The needs of the university customer must be identified. Product and service need to be developed. Choose learning partner including suppliers, consultants, colleges, and companies specializing in education. Develop and utilize new technology to train the employees. Create learning that occurs should be linked to specific performance improvement. The value of the corporate university needs to be communicated to potential customers. Next, business embedded model, also called as BE model. BE model characterized by 5 competencies, which is strategy direction, product design, structural versatility, product delivery, and accountability for result. In real trainees, they are manager and senior level decision maker as customer of training. The most noticeable feature of the BE function is its structure. In BE training function, all persons who are involved in training process communicate and share resources. In current practice in BE model with centralized training, there is an increasing trend for the training function, especially in companies that have separate business units, to be organized by a blend of the BE model with centralized training that often include a corporate university. This approach allows the company gain the benefit of centralized training, but at the same time ensure that trainings can provide programs, contents, and delivery methods that meet the needs of specific business. Next, learning, training, and development from a change model perspective. The process of change is based on the iteration among 4 components of the organization, which is task, employees, formal organization, and informal organization. The 4 change-related problems that need to be addressed before implementation of any new training practice are: resistance to change, loss of control, power imbalance, task redefinition. Resistance to change refer to manager and employee unwillingness to change. Control relate change to manager and employee ability to obtain and distribute valuable resources such as data, information, or money. Change can cause managers and employees to have less control over resources. Power refers to the ability to influence others. Managers may lose the ability to influence employees as employees gain access to database and others' information, thus getting more autonomy to deliver the product and service.
Employees may be held accountable for learning in self-directed training, web-based training methods such as task redefinition, create change in managers and employees' roles and job responsibilities. So that's all for my part. Thank you.
My name is Untitled number matric 263311. Now I would like to present the marketing the training function. Internal marketing involves making employees and managers excited about training and learning. This is especially important for trainers who act as internal consultant to business unit. For internal consultant to survive, they must generate fees for their service. Successful internal marketing tactics is involve the target audience in developing the training of learning effort. Demonstrate how a training and development program can be used to solve specific business needs. Showcase an example of how training has been used within the company to solve specific business needs. Identify a champion who actively supports training, example like top-level manager. Listen and act on feedback received from client, manager, and employees. And then, in addition, advertise on email of company website and in employee break areas. Designate someone in the training function such as account representative will interact between the training designer of team and the business unit that is the customer. Determine what financial numbers such as return on assets, cash flow from operation, of net profit or loss top-level executives are concerned with and show how training and development will help improve those numbers. Speak in terms that employees and managers understand. Don't use jargon. Next is outsourcing training. Outsourcing refers to the use of an outside company that takes complete responsibility and control of some training or development activity of that takes over all of most of a company training, including administration, design, delivery, and development. Business process outsourcing refers to the outsourcing of any business process, such as human resource management, production, of training. So, when companies outsource training, there's a lot of benefit like cost saving, time saving that allow a company to focus on business strategy, improvement in compliance and accuracy in training methods to comply with federal, state, or local rules. The lack of capability within the company to meet learning demands. The desire to assist best training practice. And then, but there are some reasons why companies do not outsource their training. The inability of outsourcing providers to meet company needs. Company desire to maintain control over all aspects of training and development, especially delivery and learning content. So that any decisions to outsource training is complex. Training functions that do not add any value to the company are likely candidates for outsourcing. Many companies have training functions that do add value to the business but still may not be capable of meeting all training needs. In conclusion, for the training function to be effective, it must be linked to the company strategy plan, so an understanding of company structure, conditions, and strategy is essential. This chapter provided a solid understanding of the work rules of employees, managers, and executives. It presented organizational characteristics that have implications for training and described how training aligns with other human resource functions. That's all from chapter 2. Thank you.